They trip on my wrist and it looks like it shine like moving. I could be distant, but oh yeah, I forgot to be a lover. If it wasn't for the 9 to 5,
Wait for some people to come in.
if it wasn't for the Sunday All-Star Weekend game, girl, I could be in there. And if it wasn't for the dope, 50 Jesus shows, girl, you know that I could be in there. But feeling me, oh, tell me how could I ever forget to be your love? To be loved, oh yeah, spend my life thinking of you. Oh, I forgot to be a lover. Start bringing up
We got 7 people.
Whenever you're ready.
I want you to pull it up on your phone so when it's time. You're going to pull it up
Oh,
on your
yeah.
phone so when it's time.
Yeah, I can't be on the music though.
I know. It's alright. You can do it whenever you want to. Whenever you're ready to stop the music, I'm ready. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey.
What's happening?
What's going on with y'all? Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I see y'all coming in. For tuning in to different perspectives. It's your girl, Real Life Purpose Pusher True, and my co-host Malik.
What's going on?
Coming to help you become a better version of
yourself.
Absolutely. So please feel free tonight, you guys, as we're talking to, I can't see all your comments from here, but we will be answering your questions. We'll try to interact as much as possible.
Hey, Daphne.
Hey, Daphne. Hey, Marima. Hey, Kim. How y'all doing
Kim.
tonight? Yeah, so I'm excited. This is our second show, you guys. So we're really, truly grateful that you guys are supporting us and tuning in. Please like, please love, please heart, please share. Make sure you share it. We're going to be talking about relationships tonight. And we're also going to be talking about different things like current events. Actually, whatever the Lord leads us to talk about, that's what we're going to talk about. So tonight. Y'all ready? Hey, Amber. I'm trying to wait for a few more of y'all to come in. Hey, Amber Scott, and Amber, my other Amber. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Amber.
Okay. So tonight we're going to start off. We put up a post this week asking for different suggestions about what you guys wanted to talk about. And it was so many. So listen, I want to thank y'all for all of y'all. Can you guys hear us? Somebody give me a hearts or a thumbs up if you can hear us clearly and there's no static. Y'all talk back to us and let us know that y'all can hear us because we're doing this live and we need to know that y'all can hear us and y'all can see us and all as well. So somebody in the comments, let me know. Hey, Jonee. Y'all let me know. Okay, I got hearts and I got thumbs. Let me know you guys can hear us. But anyway, we thank you all that took the time to comment. It was so many comments. It was like almost 300 comments from you guys talking about what you wanted to hear us talk about. And so we're really grateful. One of the things that we're going to be doing on this show is every week we're going to shout. Every week we're going to be shouting out black businesses. And so one of the first black businesses we want to shout out is Ramo Ferrer. Y'all check out the shirts. Thank you, Ramo.
Right. Thank you.
Absolutely. You did an awesome job on our shirts. You guys check out, if you need shirts made, please check out Ramo Ferrer. I also wanted to shout out my girl. She don't even know I'm shouting her out, and I don't even know if she's on here. Lena Horsey with the Dainty Gangsta bundles. Listen, if y'all want some bundles, go to Dainty Gangsta and get you some bundles. She's got reasonable prices. She's got beautiful hair. I've seen some of her models. I've seen some of the wigs and stuff that she's made. That Dainty Gangsta hair is where it's at. So listen, y'all, check out Ramo Ferrer and check out my girl Lena Horsey with the Dainty Gangsta bundles. Y'all check them out. If you want your business shouted out, please message me and tell me a little bit about your business, and we will definitely shout you out as much as possible on, like I said, each show. We're going to be shouting you guys out. So, how was your day, Malik?
My day was good. I got some rest. Can't complain.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes, indeed.
My day was good, my week was good, and I'm looking forward to even a better tomorrow. So we're going to jump right into this real quick, you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, we appreciate you all. I just want y'all to know that we pray before and after the show. So we really do try to seek God about what to speak about. And it is different perspectives because, again, Malik and I do have different perspectives. We don't always, but sometimes we do. So tonight we're going to dig in about dating. Everybody, I promise you, was more comments about relationships. So everybody wanted to talk about relationships. So trust, that's what we're going to dig into tonight. And one of the things that I really think that there's a problem in the black community. I can't talk about any other community because I'm not any other color. So I need to talk about the black community. I really feel like the foundation of family and all those things will be restored when we start loving each other again, treating each other good again, when our kids start seeing the black man and the black woman love each other, when our community starts seeing the black man and the black woman loving each other again. I mean, I'm talking about that 1960s love. You know, when you saw couples and you never, whatever went on in their personal lives was never blasted out on social media and you never saw it publicly displayed. So one of the things that I wanted to start off with is everybody has a different purpose for dating. And until you understand the purpose of what the person you are about to date is dating for, then that's the first thing you need to find out. What is your purpose for dating? Because everyone has different ideas. You want to start about what you think as far as, or you want me to go ahead and continue?
You can continue.
Okay.
I'll chime in.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I know at 45 years old, I do not want to date you to just say I got a boyfriend. No, that's not my purpose of dating. And I don't want to date to be trying out different flavors. I'm 45, not 25. I tried out. That was when you were younger. You do that kind of stuff. When you're dating at my age, I think when you're 30 plus, when you're dating, it should be for a purpose. Not just to say you have somebody, not so somebody can make you feel complete, but you should be dating for a purpose. My purpose is marriage. I'm not dating you to... Hold on, I'm just let me get it out. I think you should date for purpose. There should be a purpose behind your date. Why are you two hooking up? What is the purpose of you interfering, coming into someone else's life? What is the purpose? And I think when you date, you should date for a purpose, because if there is none, then you just trying to, a lot of people's purpose for dating is to smash. They want to smash. They want to try different flavors of ice cream to see which one they like. At 45, that's not my purpose. My purpose in dating you is so that we can build a future for us. Matter of fact,
That
you
should
should
be anybody's purpose.
Absolutely.
Not just
right.
those that's up in age or whatever. That should be the purpose of a relationship regardless.
Period.
There should be a purpose to it.
Right.
It shouldn't be done just because.
You want to be doing it.
Right.
Yeah. And if you're, but see, that's the problem. When people start dating, they don't talk about that. They don't sit down and say, they just hook up. It's a lot of hookups going on, and it's not enough. Let's sit down before you holler at me. Let's sit down and talk. What's your, and as a matter of fact, this is my biggest pet peeve. When people are looking for other people to make them whole. No. I don't need you bringing 50 while I bring 50. I need you to bring 100. I need you to bring all of you. I'm going to bring all of me, and we're going to get this together.
Okay. So let's reel this in a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
When you talk about relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say there has to be a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We got to understand that relationships are not for everybody.
They're not. You're absolutely
That's
right.
one thing we got to realize. Relationships are not for everybody.
That's true.
And also, we got to realize there's a bunch of damaged men and women walking around here acting like they're mentally sane, but they're not.
You better
understand
talk.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
So a lot of these people, love the idea of being in a relationship, but don't know how to be in a relationship
At all.
So a lot of reason why these relationships don't work, because men and women don't know how to be in a relationship.
Absolutely.
They know how to court people. They know how to,
Come on.
They know how to,
Come on.
court people. They know how to, 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 they know have sex. They know how to tell each other what they want to hear, but they do not know how to be in a
relate.
relationship.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
There
How to
you go.
relate, how to communicate.
Absolutely. Come on, you talking good.
You know, so that's one thing we got to understand in trying to force things, or when something is not there, scared to walk away.
Right.
When something is not there, well, what you're looking for is not there. You have to cut that clean with a single edge
Absolutely.
razor.
Absolutely. That's the truth. It absolutely
And don't
is.
come back,
No.
because this is the things that happen, and what I've noticed. And I'm gonna speak for the men. A lot of men are messed up in the head. And then, hold on, let me bring that back. When we label them as men, we got to understand this also. A lot of men ain't men.
Yeah.
Because they call themselves men, but when you call yourself man, when you call yourself a man, you had to learn that from someone. You had to get that from someone. Where did you get it from? So a lot of these men don't have a frame of reference for being a man.
Absolutely.
You know, so they learned it from what they seen, and you probably get some that really get it. You know, they learned from just watching on how a man conduct himself. But then you also have those that are straight suckers. You understand what I'm saying? Look good on the outside, talk that good game,
They messed up.
but don't know how to conduct himself. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. A man don't want to hear that.
No.
You understand
No.
what I'm saying?
But you made a good, let me tell you about the point that you just made that was powerful to me. A lot of us get our relationship ideas from how we watched our parents, our aunties, listen, our friends,
And them were the
social
damaged
media.
ones.
Come on here.
And those were the damaged
There
ones
you
that
go.
we learned from.
Social media, television. Television has been the biggest. Love and hip hop, all
Yes.
this foolishness.
Yes.
You know, we look at these relationships, T.I. and Tiny. We look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. We look at all this stuff, and we have to realize that the media only lets you see the surface of what's going on. Even these shows, they're just acting. Even when you're looking at your parents. Your parents' relationship is not your relationship. It was a different time. It was a different era. And one of the things I really don't like, and I know Malik could chime in on this. Back in the day, women weren't working as much. So the man was expected to fully provide for the household, and it worked. Nowadays, women are working. It's two of us. I'm not looking for a man to take care of me. I'm good over here. But what I am is looking for you to bring part of the table to the table, because I got a table. But a lot of women, I'm going to speak for women from what I see, are looking for, they have that old school concept. You know, if a man don't take care of you, no, listen, we both taking care of each other. We both taking out the trash. We're both cooking. We're both providing. We're both making decisions together, because the biggest thing you said is the hardest thing to do is relate, because two people have no idea what it takes to become one person.
Right.
And you have to go to God for those instructions.
Right.
Because you have to learn who they are when they're angry,
Right.
who they are when they're broke,
Right.
who they are when they're happy, how they work through hard times. Is he just good when you got all money, but when there's nothing in the house but hot dogs and baked beans, is he abusive? Is he depressed? Is he overwhelmed? Does he go in a corner? Or is he going to pray? Or is he going to make things happen? And one of the things about a relationship, when hard times come, it ain't time for her to look at you or you to look at her. It's time for y'all to look at each other and come up with a plan. And that is the problem. Two people don't know how to become one, and they have this ideology of what relationships should look like, what love and what romance should look like. And it is not the stuff that you've seen on TVs or you've seen in your parents, or especially your homegirl's relationship. A lot of y'all stop talking to your homegirl about the relationship that God destined for you, because her stuff and your stuff, even if it looks similar, it's not the same walk. It's not.
Okay, we're gonna hear from the audience. Kim Jones said a lot of people bring baggage to a relationship. You agree?
Absolutely.
I mean, of course that's true.
Absolutely.
When they don't learn how to
Spend time with themselves. Yeah.
separate what they've been through in their life and their past relationships, and they don't know how to separate it, and you know, is Nobody's telling you to forget what you've been through, but you use it as ammunition. I'm about to step into this. Well, I know to look out for this in my next relationship.
Absolutely.
Well, I know what caused me a problem in this one.
Right.
I'm not going to let it be a problem in this relationship. Yeah, so a lot of people bring baggage, but they don't know how to, separate what they've been through in their past. It can be a blessing of what you've been through in your past.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to go through this in my next relationship.
And looking for stuff. Let me tell you something. There could be similarities between the person that you're dealing with now and the person from the past, but you can't hold that over the new person's head. They had nothing to do with what you allowed to go on in that relationship. First of all, we grow. We're not the same people we were 10 years. Are you the same person you was 10 years ago?
No,
we're not the same people that we were 10 years ago. And another thing that people have to realize is that when you are in a relationship, you are going to grow together. So in 10 years, he ain't going to look the same. She ain't going to look the same. Y'all ain't going to think the same. But absolutely, listen, even if y'all on different pages, you absolutely have to be in the same book.
True.
You have to be in the same book. And you're right. Relationships aren't for everybody. But I'm going to tell you something. You got to go to God. My whole answer to everything is you better go to God and find out if that's what he has ordained for your life.
And that's a big part of it. So when you're talking about, we should have started this off in the beginning. When you talk about relationship,
that's the one you better have first.
No, when we talk about relationship, that's just us creating another form of marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Us humans, because God intended us to be married, not no boyfriend and girlfriend.
Come on.
You understand what
Please
I'm saying?
talk to the people.
So when you talk about relationship, when you talk about relationship, it's kind of similar to marriage because you make a commitment with this person that you're going to be with this one person.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of females and men, if I ain't married, I'm single. That's bull crap. That's bull because you made a commitment to
that
this
person.
one person to be with them.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about relationship, it's
now.
also similar to marriage. You understand what I'm saying? In certain states, if you've been together for
it's common law.
It's a common law.
So
absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? We got to realize that it has to come from God.
And it's culture. Listen, it's a cultural difference.
That also.
Because I'm going to tell you, because I have white family members and I have white friends. White folk believe, some of them, and I'm telling you from experience because and some of my friends on here in white, y'all can chime in. They date and they can date 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 people at a time if that's what they want to do. Black folk ain't taught that in our household. We're not taught that you date, but they do. Listen, but they do. Now listen, in my household, I wasn't taught that. I was taught when you date somebody, you stick with that one person. I don't care if 27 people are after you, you stick with that one person. And that has been me. Even to my demise, sometimes people thought. That has been me. That has been me. If I am talking to you, I'm only talking to you. I'm not talking to you and hollering at old boy over here. But that's the problem, Malik. Some people have a person for everything. They got dude that's gonna buy you food. Yeah. They got dude that smash you good. They got dude that take you and buy you clothes and do this over here. And they got dude that fix their car. Men do the same thing. They got a bra for this. They got a bra for this and a bra for that. And this is why, listen, relationships need to start happening again and functioning outside of dysfunction. Because that's why our communities, listen, when we start getting into current events, that's why things that are happening in our community are happening because we're not solid. There should never be anybody that's able to come in our community and kill anybody in our community. If as a black man and black woman, we begin to be solid and family and unified again. We need to be unified. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I get how you know how I get. Y'all know how I get.
Right. Yeah. I want to chime in something. Zeus the Capo. He said, what's up, brother?
That's my dude. Hey, Zeus. I love you.
He said that single till I'm married is a horrible mentality.
That's my dude. I love him.
Do you agree with that? Staying single until you marry?
What you mean?
He said it's a horrible mentality.
He's agreeing with what you said. When you said when you're dating somebody, it's like a marriage.
Yeah.
But people do believe that. People believe, well, if you're in, is that what you're saying, Zeus?
No, yeah, it says that single till I'm married is a horrible mentality.
Yeah, because you're.
So I'm from my understanding, is he's saying people that want to stay single until they married is not a good mentality. Am I wrong, Zeus?
I thought he was agreeing with what you said when you said we have to get out of that. When you get into a relationship, it's like a marriage because you committed to that person.
Right.
So that's exact. I'm single, but I'm committed to you. So no, I'm not going to mess with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm committed to the person I'm dealing with. So I'm not going to mess with Zeus. Come on. I need you to come back and talk to me because I need to understand what you were saying.
Okay, we gonna get to some. Terrell Lynn. I learned
Hey,
later
Shell.
on my own to date more than one person. Also, dating doesn't mean sexing every single person you date.
That's my homegirl. I respect what she said because you know one thing, Shell, it worked for you. It worked for you, and if that works for you, that worked for her. Right. That doesn't work for everybody.
So let me ask you something, Rel.
But she's married now. Her name is Michelle, but that's her and her husband's name, Tyrell Lynn.
Oh, she's married now.
Yes, she's married now to a wonderful man.
To date more than one person. That worked out for you. Congratulations. But see, on the flip side of that, I disagree with that. Here you go.
There goes Zeus. No, people dating but claiming they are single till married.
Oh, right, Zeus. I agree. Yep, that's true. That's a horrible mentality. Back to Terrell. I don't agree with the multiple dating because as a man, I'm not about to sit around and wait for you to pick and choose which date you want to go out with me on. You understand what I'm saying? And vice versa for a female. So I'm old school. I'm with, hey, if I see somebody I'm interested, I date her. If it doesn't go well, sorry, on to the next.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? That dating multiple men, I'm no one's second choice. If you don't like me or whatever the case may be, we move on from each other. Not dating multiple. That's some new age stuff that's going on.
But listen to the new age stuff. Let me tell you my dilemma with this. But there are men, and this has been in my experience. There are men, and I'm so glad you brought that up. There are men, and I dated one of them, and I know you watching, hey, that believe that they can date as many women as they want to. But if you tell them you dating more than him, it's a wrap. And that's a double standard. It is a lot of men out here that tell women that I'm not, and this is what they roll with. I'm not ready to be in a relationship. I'm not ready to settle down. You know what I mean? I'm still feeling myself. I'm not ready to be settled. So what they do is they was like, I'm just telling you, like we seeing each other, but we ain't in a relationship. But they want to smash. They want dinner. They want to sleep over here. They want all the benefits. But they're out here dating other people. But they'll tell you quick. I had a man tell me, after I was already in love with him. Listen, you're not the only one I'm seeing. But if you think you get ready to go holler at somebody else, let me know now because I'm going to walk away. It is men out here that really tell women that. And let me tell you what the new thing is. It's cute because some women, let's talk about us. Some women get their rocks off and get kicked off of having a man that's messing with them and another woman. That needs to stop. It's not cute. It needs to stop. And I mean, some women really don't want to settle down because they would rather sleep with your man. They would rather sleep with the person. Mental health issues. Come on. Talk about it, please. Talk about it.
Women that told me they'd rather deal with a married man.
Yep.
Because of what he can do for them, rather than seeking someone on your own.
Absolutely.
That is
sick.
Yo,
sick.
How do you process that thought? Like, sick. I don't understand it.
Sick. And you know what? A lot of people have a misconception about what's important in a relationship. You see this outside, she or he looks so good, right? They look good. They got their own bag, all that stuff. Everything looks perfect. But I'm telling you something. You better spend quality time with this individual to find out what their mental health, because there's a lot of masks out here. Like he said earlier, there's a lot of people out here who look like they're well, they talk like they well, but when they go behind closed doors, they're thrown off, they possessive, they're narcissistic, because the narcissistic spirit is out here heavy. But you better ask yourself when you're about to date someone, do they pray? How do they handle trials, tribulations, and hardships like being broke? And are they battling with mental health issues? And let me tell you something. Let me be clear. If you love somebody, if you started dating somebody and you got feelings for them and you find out they got all these issues, I'm not telling you to walk away.
I am.
I'm not telling you to walk away.
I am.
Because I don't know. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't know. I'm not telling you to walk away from them. I'm not, because there's people who I love who, whether in any type of relationship, that have some issues that they're dealing with. And I'm not going to walk away from them because they have issues.
All right.
I'm going to pray for them and hope that they get their issues. Now, will I deal with them differently?
As far as
Yeah.
You have to walk away. You
Listen.
have to.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it boils back to what are you expecting from the relationship?
Okay.
Now, if this person can't produce what you're expecting,
Mm-hmm.
deal is over.
So if you
Now, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Now, that's not to say that I won't still be there to try to help them.
right.
But far as me looking to get what I need from that person as far as a relationship, that's not going to happen.
Okay, let me answer you this question. So if you start dating a chick, you start seeing a chick and you like the chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like her. And you know what I'm saying? You realize you ain't heard from her in a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you didn't know she suffered with depression.
Mm-hmm.
The relationship over?
No.
All right then. I meant what I said. Now you just couldn't. I meant what I said. You cannot walk away from a person if that's not what God has told you to do. Because listen, I'm a runner. Like, I'm the type of person, if I see a whole bunch of signs, I'm like, pew, got to go. And I'm going to tell you, listen, it ain't working. But I'm at 45. God has stopped me from doing that because you will miss out on the best. A person grows. They're not going to stay where you met them. Yeah, so I'm not, this ain't for everybody. This ain't for the weak. Please believe this is not for the weak. And let me tell you something. You're not meeting anybody perfect. So that ideology that you're going to meet somebody that don't have issues, everybody has issues. I got issues. He got issues. Y'all got issues. We cannot continue to just look for this perfect person. And one of the things, the problems is because we look for people that we aren't. We're looking for somebody perfect and know darn well, I almost slipped. We know darn well we're by no means perfect. We get depressed. We get overwhelmed. We go through stuff. You got to be willing to stick with the person, and you got to be willing to find somebody who's going to deal with the whole you, because that's the problem. We portray this image. We give them the other person. It's two people. Dude told me a long time ago, he said you introduce two people while you dating. The real you and the you don't want nobody to know.
Okay. Kim Jones said, every unhealthy person is not your assignment.
No, they're not.
That's true.
That's true,
because
Kim.
You
better learn.
You got to know what you're tackling, what you're
taking
on. So when this person show you this sign, whether it be depression or just because she suffered from depression, I'm not going to run. What is the actions of her depression? What is she acting out on? What is she doing? Is she just home, don't want to talk to nobody? No. I can talk. We can get around certain things like that. Now, if we have versus the person that suffers from depression that want to be loud and boisterous and do all types of ratchet stuff, then no, it's time to go. It's time to go because, like I said, once again, if this person can't provide or what you're looking for in a relationship, there's no reason for you to be there.
Boop, you said something though. If this person can't provide what you're looking for in a relationship, a lot of times we're not clear about what we're looking for.
No, and I'm speaking on the person that knows.
But you said something. You said if this person, Kim, I want to touch on what you said. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Please believe, because I'm not, and I'm going to say it like I mean it because I'm uncut. I'm not super save a hoe. So I'm definitely not out here looking for anybody to save. That's God's job. So I agree with you 100% when you say every unhealthy person is not your assignment. But I would rather, listen, a lot of people are starting to marry people. A lot of people are married and then find out that the unhealthy person, you didn't know. Right. You've been with this person, you didn't know. So listen, if they show signs of it, are you going to run away in the beginning, or are you going to stay?
In the beginning.
But listen, there's some because
them problems are going to transpire later on.
Absolutely, I agree with it because listen, this is what they say: if you dating a dude and he ain't buying you nothing to eat now, he ain't providing for you now, don't expect because you marry him he gonna change.
Right.
And I agree with that.
Right.
But true. What I'm saying to you is, what I was trying to say is this: your homegirl might have met somebody, and he may be a good all around dude. But every now and then, because there's some stuff that goes on with him, he suffers from depression. Mm-hmm. God may not tell her to leave him. Right. He might have told Sally to leave him. He might have told you to leave her. But I'm going back to this. Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm talking about, the ideology of what we're supposed to do. We've been listening to Iyanla and all these people, Dr. Phil, and all this stuff for too long. Every relationship is different. And you really literally have to go to God and ask for clarity about whether this person is an assignment. meaning they're there temporarily, whether this person is long-term or whether this is the person that you're supposed to marry. And
All right.
we don't do that.
Yeah, and so, but you got to slow down on that because
Okay, I'm slow.
every female, or whether it's female or man, everybody's not equipped to handle that task.
They are not.
So, because this same person might be suffering things on her own and trying to come up out of that.
Yeah.
Now you find out that he got an issue. That's something that you can't tackle on his and yours.
No, but you need to spend time. That's why.
So everybody's not equipped with going to God and.
No, they're not.
You know
but
what
I'm giving
saying?
the advice.
Yes, the advice.
Everybody
right,
is not
indeed.
equipped, and a lot of people that are watching may not go to God. I'm going to talk about God.
Yes, for sure.
What I'm telling you is, please know, I wish 20 years ago that I would have went to God and said, should I be by myself for 10 more years or should I date him to marry? Because then I would have saved myself from a whole lot of stuff if I would have went to God first. And a lot of people don't do that. We just jump into stuff, go because you like him, because he looked good. And the first thing that we do is we base everything off of, oh, the sex was good. He does this for me. She does that for me. But do you know who they are after hours?
Right.
Do you know who you're really dating? I talk to a lot of married people. I have a lot of married friends. And I'm going to tell you something. Everything in the marriage, this little TV stuff we got, that everything's going to be perfect. You listen.
Whoa.
You ain't going to love. All my married friends tell me this. They said, Danielle, you ain't going to love your husband every day. I mean, like your husband every day, but you going to love him every day. And for those of you that are married, Sonora, what did you say? You can tell someone what you want in a relationship, and they tell you the wrong, I wanted to see what Sonora said.
Okay, Sonora said you can tell someone what you want in a relationship, and they'll tell you they want the same thing just to find out you're
lying.
not
Go ahead.
only on the wrong page,
but in the wrong book.
Tell them what you want.
But
yes,
hit Seymour.
Tell them what you want, but still pay very close attention to make sure their actions
match their words. Sonora,
For sure.
because it's the okie doke and it's the setup. Just like this, I'm glad she brought that up, and I'll be quiet so you can talk. One of the things that I know about people, just like us doing this live, if I get on here and say what I'm looking for in a man, you're going to have 10 men in my inbox trying to portray that that's who they are. Malik for the same thing. You're going to have 20 women trying to portray, because a lot of times we wait to hear. I'm talking about some of us. Some people wait to hear what you want, and they try to portray that, but that's not who they really are.
And that's a
problem.
That's the beginning part of getting to know people.
Absolutely.
You are never, almost never gonna get that person in the beginning a year from now.
No, you're not.
You almost,
No,
because
you're
they're
not.
putting up this facade of this person
Yep.
that they portray to you that they must be until
But
they
stick
get
around.
you.
Yep.
Until they get you, in whatever circumstance, then they're able to be who they are really are. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And that's where we fall victim to, because a lot of us be months into dating someone, or you know what I'm saying,
And find out you don't like them at
that,
all.
or you don't want to get rid of them and start all over.
Nope. And so you stay out of
So you
complacency.
stay when this man gave you the warning signs
In the beginning.
in the beginning. Now 2 years later, you hollering and crying.
But you blaming him, and it's not him. It's your fault because you saw the skedaddle signs and you didn't skedaddle.
Thank you.
I agree 100%. And let me touch on something that you said earlier. That's why it's important. For me, it's been 7 years. And baby, in these 7 years, I have spent time finding out about me. And one of the problems that we have is we jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, and then wonder why we got all this stuff going on, because you got all them people you was dealing with.
Yep.
You got all them spirits you was dealing with, and you haven't even healed. And so you screwed up. You got your stuff and them 7 other people's stuff, and then wondering why you can't get right. Some people really have a problem being by themselves.
Yeah, they do.
And if you have a problem being by yourself, you can't be with me, because if you don't like you, I know I ain't gonna like you. And that's one of the things we have to understand. And that's how come you have to take yourself back from the dating scene and find out, one, what it is that you want. What it is, love on you. Self-love and self-care is so important before you decide to get in a relationship. Because if you don't love yourself, and listen, a lot of these dudes, I'm going to speak from experience, got mommy issues.
Yes.
A lot of these bras got daddy issues.
Yes.
They don't even know how to love you right because they don't like women, period. They don't even love their mother because they have an issue with their mother. And a lot of these chicks, they got daddy issues, still looking for a daddy. You need to get all that stuff out of you. You need to find out what's really going on with you before you connect with another person. You both need to be ready to connect, and that's why you need to sit down, and that's why you need to have plans, and that's why you need to discuss why are we getting in this relationship. Because other than that, for me, in my opinion, my perspective, it's a waste of time. It is an absolute waste of time. If you have not sat down with me and told me why you want to relate, can we run a business together? Can we go, if I'm broke and you're not, can you take the weight? Because I'm going to do it if it's you. Everybody ain't built for this relationship thing because it requires sacrifice of self.
Right.
It requires, listen, your opinion no longer is, you can't just do, and a lot of people get into these marriages and relationships and they still want to be single. I look on Facebook every day and see married women, the way y'all, and I'm going to say it, and a lot of y'all ain't going to like it. Y'all dress crazy. Who are you trying to get attention from? Your husband at home, and you on Facebook and you half dressed trying to get attention from these men. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. How to conduct yourself in a relationship and marriage. I don't understand how you wanted to get married so bad and now you have a husband, but you on Facebook trying to get everybody else's attention.
Because that husband ain't giving her the attention.
But that's okay.
No,
well,
not giving, not giving that as a reason. But yeah, because that dude is not doing his job.
Okay, he not doing his job, but guess what?
You don't understand? Or she done found the new, she done had an epiphany about who she really is.
Okay. Then
right?
leave that man alone.
Right.
Leave that man alone.
You have to. All right, I got a question. Destiny Johnson said, okay, so how do you respectfully tell someone what you expect and need from them?
It depends on what that need is, because what are you expecting or needing?
As far as a relationship, you just come out and say it.
Yeah.
I mean, you concerning what you expect from this person, there's no beating around the bush.
No.
You just got to say it. Like, this is you we talking about. This is what you expect from the person that you plan on.
It should be laid down at first, but
everything should be on the table.
You got to watch me because I'll go deep. Because a lot of times, Destiny, I meant when I said it depends on what you need from them, because a lot of stuff that we need from people, we put in expectations on people for stuff we need from them that we're supposed to be able to give ourselves.
You got to.
And that's a problem. I need somebody to be there for me 24/7, baby. I work all day. I don't have time to be there for you 24/7. If you call me, I'll answer the phone, but I work. And if you work, we can't see. This is the stuff that needs to be talked about. Because what are you expecting from the other person? What have you given yourself first before you? A lot of times we put expectations on people that they're not, one, they can't meet, and two, they weren't supposed to anyway. They weren't supposed to meet those expectations. That's why I said stay by yourself, work on yourself, stay alone. And so many people are having a hard time doing that because they don't like to be by themselves.
Right.
But being by yourself will strengthen you and teach you who you are and what you will put up with. And Destiny, yeah, just come out and tell them. And if they can't handle that, then you know.
All right. Tiara Johnson says
That's
people
my
can
girl.
pretend to be something for a long time.
Yes, they can,
That's
baby.
True. But you got to hold them accountable. Holding them accountable is what's going to reveal certain things to you. When they're doing things that don't add up or, don't make sense to you, holding them accountable and letting it be known is going to reveal things to you. So that's true. People can pretend for a long time. That's true. Aaron Eugene, God will sit in your corner. God will sit you in a corner to get your attention and protect you from the hurt. It's good being by yourself and finding you and where God wants you. Exactly. My point exactly.
Absolutely.
You have to be by yourself to find out who you are. Constantly going through these relationships and not being accountable for the role that you played in these relationships not working, just jumping next to next. No, you're not identifying the problem. And 9 times out of 10, the problem might be you.
Woo!
You know,
Did you
so,
say that?
Yeah, so
Let me jab you, like.
keep jumping into these relationships.
Absolutely.
It's not cool. You have to find out who you are with a person, and you have to be comfortable with being by yourself.
And there you
Now,
go.
if another man never walked in your life again, you have to be okay with that.
You have to be okay with that, because that may be your assignment in
Right.
life, to be by yourself. That's true.
Right.
Some people
So-
have that assignment. But
So you got to understand, you know,
yeah.
God didn't say it was mandatory for us to be in a relationship.
But the
No,
Bible
but
did.
God,
he did say that it's not good for man to be
alone.
alone.
Right. He said it's not good.
And
right?
he did say this. A man, let me read the whole scripture because they forget the last part of the scripture. They said a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. That's the part that a lot of men miss. Obtain favor from the Lord. And let me
Right.
tell you something. You will know you won't be clueless when you find the right person. Let me tell you something. There are some things in you that are sitting dormant, and when you find the right person, they'll pull them, slam out of you, because it's about the connection. When you have a God connection, that's when God connects. That's why it's so good to let God connect you, y'all. I know some of y'all, if y'all on here, y'all not a believer, please become one. I'm telling you, because a lot of times God sees things that we don't see. And let me tell you something that I've learned personally. Now, this is going to hit a lot of people. I want this to help y'all. You cannot change another person. There are people who are married. And let me tell you something. I minister to married people. Listen, and that thing that you can't minister to married people, God will bless you and give you wisdom to minister to whoever he wants you to. And one of the things that I have understood is this. When you have a problem with your spouse, your mate, the person you're dating with, you talk to them. But if you want changes to happen in their life and you know that they're not capable of making those changes, you go to God and you let God work on them in his time. Right. But we are control freaks. Listen, we're control freaks and narcissists. We want people to change anytime we want them to. We want them to hurry up and change, and you still need to change. God's still working on you. Right. And we don't know. We get these. Listen, we ask God for the man, get the man, and then 5 years from now, the man going through something, and we don't go to God and pray for him. Don't get what you ask God for and then stop praying. You have to pray for your spouse or the person that you're dealing with. If you love them, pray for them, because sometimes you can tell a person that they need to change. They've been that way for 10 years. They don't see it. But you can go to God and he'll tap something in their spirit, tap something in their heart, and you'll look up the next day. What couldn't change for 5 years for you, God will change it overnight, because you went to him and you gave God back his word that said, no good thing will you withhold from me, and all things work together for my good. And then God will do the work. But we want to be Paul, Apollos, him, God. We want to plant, water, and give the increase. That's not for you to do. Some of y'all aren't able to stay with the person while they're growing, but some of us are. And you've got to pray for your mate. You got to pray for your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whoever you're dating. You got to pray for them. Pray for them. Pray over them, because you're not getting this perfectly wrapped package. That's why a lot of us are single, because we're looking for what we're not. You're looking for what you're not. You're asking for somebody who can bring all this to the table, and you ain't even got the table or the chairs or the napkins or the plastic forks, let alone anything else. We got to stop asking for stuff that we're not ready for.
Though on the flip side of that, some have all of those things
and still ain't.
Don't know how to love.
Nope.
Don't know how to nurture.
Nope.
Don't know how to be understanding. Don't know how to listen.
Don't know how to be quiet.
And be quiet. Yes. So it can, it can be damaging on both ends.
Absolutely. That's why you need to spend time with you,
right,
and learn your faults and your errors.
Right.
Before you try to, you got to deal with the whole person of you before you try to get with somebody else and blend in, because God ain't get ready to have you mess up the people's lives and you ain't together.
Right.
You can't be asking for somebody to be all this and that and you're not. And then a lot of us have this concept. We want to control the other person. Y'all going through these people's phones. I'm not going through no man's phone, and I'm not locking mine. If he want to go in it, I could care less, because ain't nothing in there. A lot of y'all, listen, today, before I got on this podcast, I put up a post. Some of y'all are asking for relationships and you ain't done with all the other 10 ones you had. You still got that dude's contact. Y'all still staying in touch with your exes.
Ah.
Men and women, y'all still staying in touch with these exes. They still got ringtones on your phone. They still got access to you. Your baby mama and you is more than friends. And you want to bring somebody into a relationship with you and you got 10 other relationships. Cut the monkey off at the head. Cut them other relationships out before you try to have a relationship. How do you feel about that, Malik?
Relationships require transparency.
Absolutely.
Point blank and simple.
Yeah.
It requires transparency. So if you can't be transparent with me, then, I have to view that as something that's going on with you. Because I'm an open book. Like far as if I'm indulging in any type of relationship, I'm an open book. I can't be like, oh well, let me lock my phone and nah.
And I ain't doing that.
I'm trying to prove to this woman that I'm here for her and I'm a good man. So I don't know what she's been in her past relationships.
Right.
She could have been with a cheater or whatever.
Absolutely.
So I gotta clear them things in her mind so she can be okay with, oh, right, he's not that type.
Nope.
You understand what I'm
Because
saying?
we don't understand that if we've been hurt by that. And a lot of chicks, when the dude flip his phone over, listen, or the dude turn his phone off while you at dinner. If you dating an old school dude, a real man, he ain't going to have his phone out while y'all at dinner anyway. He is going to turn it off. But a lot of chicks, because they've been damaged, think, oh, why you turning your phone off? Why you hiding your phone? See, this is Kim Jones. Let's go back to the baggage that we take in other relationships.
Yep, that's good. All right. Thank you, Kimberly.
That's my girl. What's up, Kim? So, y'all talk back to us. Anybody got any questions?
Miss Williams said, facts, me and my husband can get in each other's phone, but we don't.
Right,
We don't.
right. I feel like this. If you can't trust me, then why did you marry me?
So Kimberly said, what do you do if somebody has a woman and they want to continue to sleep with their ex, but swear they in love with their woman and telling you they love you? Lies, lies, and lies. There's a bunch of bull crap. You want the cake and trying to eat it too. So that's run. Put on them trainers and run, because that's a bunch of bull crap. The manipulation that men do, the stuff that they say that come out their mouth to women is so crazy. So just to either put her down, just so they can turn a blind eye to the things that he does. Like it don't, like I said in the beginning, when a man, like when dude label themselves, oh, that's a man, really? Where's Pops at? Show me who raised him. You understand what I'm saying? Show me who raised him, because don't tell me that's a man when he not moving like a man. You understand what I'm saying?
A man gonna be honest with you.
Don't tell me that's a man when he's emotional and all of that and he can't handle the truth. Don't tell me that's a man. Don't tell me that's a man when he out there cheating and his wife go do the same thing, he want to put his hands on her.
Nope.
Don't tell me that's a man.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying? A man move in a certain way. It doesn't matter who the situation deals with.
Absolutely.
You gotta be. I tell the youngins all day, being a man is a job that's 24 hours a day. You don't
integrity.
Get to sit and put it down.
Integrity.
You don't get to close the door on it when it comes on your doorstep.
Nope.
When the situation, you don't get, no, I can't be a man. No. Every day, all day. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what these fellas nowadays, they don't realize that the things that they say are damaging.
Women too.
Yes.
Women can say,
sure.
women,
For
some
sure.
of y'all, listen, some of y'all, because he talking about the men, I'm going to talk about, some of y'all mouth is horrible. Some of y'all talk to a man like he is trash. You throw stuff in his face, you abuse. Some of y'all are verbally abusive. And you cannot, listen, the way I was brought up, I don't care. A man ain't supposed to talk to a woman like that, and a woman's not supposed to talk to a man like that. And some of y'all take what the man has given you and told you and publicly embarrass him and disrespect him. Listen, if you got a man and you love him, Love requires you to honor him. You honor him. And the same thing goes for a man, but I'm speaking to the women. So you don't wait till you get out in public and publicly embarrass him. You don't let your girlfriends disrespect him. First of all, stop telling your girlfriends your personal business about your man, and your family members' personal business. Keep them out your business. A lot of times y'all are... Yes, Malik, 20 center said yes, Malik, 24 hours.
24
yes,
hours.
A man needs to be. And let me tell you something. Social media has allowed a lot of these men to stunt too, because they stunting big time. Like they live in this life, and like they're saying, and behind closed doors, they straight loopy. And they're not good fathers. They're not good men. They're not good people. Right. And a lot of women too. They're on here and they're spending all day to make up their face to look. That's why, please know. You got to get to know the person outside of social media, because social media is, this blue app got a lot of frauds on it.
It got a lot of frauds.
A lot of frauds on it. A lot of frauds. And then you meet them and you find out that they living crazy. Their house look crazy. They got more roaches than they got groceries. Their kids ain't being fed. And they chasing down men, or these men chasing down women. And they walking past their kids and not speaking to them. You need to find out who you're dealing with. You need to find out who you're dealing with. What you think?
Yes, indeed.
You're reading some comments. You want to say
yes.
something?
Kim said, I dealt with being put down for 5 years because I was the breadwinner. It gets old.
Yes, it does. That's another thing, Kim. Jealousy and competition in relationships.
That's exactly what that was.
It's a lot of that,
jealousy,
Malik. Yeah. It's a lot of that. A lot of men feel bad when they have a woman that makes more money than them.
That's a coward.
That's a problem.
That's a coward.
Why are you upset?
That's
We're supposed to be winning. We're together. Why are you upset? And why are you in competition with a woman? I question your character.
No, but hold on. The competition is fine. I welcome
the
competition.
Healthy competition.
Because all that should do for you as a man is
motivate you.
Come
on, sir. Come on.
All right. I'm not doing enough. I need to get on my job because she outdoing me.
What?
That's all that should do.
That's all it should do.
Come on, these dudes are suckers.
Yeah,
excuse my language, but they cowards.
You said it already, suckers.
They cowards.
Sucker ducker. Thank you for the shirt, Shabazz. Sucker ducker. Ducking all suckers. Absolutely. And one more thing I want to touch on before we start wrapping up and stuff, y'all, because how long we been on here? A lot of things. Let me tell you something. Some of you women do some little dirty, grimy stuff too. Dudes is dirty out here, but some of y'all women dirty. You cannot get mad at your man and go sleep with his homeboy or his brother. It's nasty, and you shouldn't be doing it. And then on top of it, if you want a good man, stop posting thotty stuff. You posting thotty stuff, Thought Nation, all this old crazy stuff, and posting stuff about how you will sleep with his brother. Or wait a minute, some of y'all don't even post it. What you do is do slick stuff. You start commenting on another person's post and don't know that dude see you. He see the comments. He see you talking about how you have sex with other people. You can't, if you want a man to treat you like a lady, then stop presenting the thought to him.
Mm-hmm.
How about men?
What about them?
I don't know. Say something about them.
I thought I was going to.
You was too. You was going in hard on them.
I thought I was, but yeah, man. I just for the men, I need you guys step up, be stand-up individuals. Whatever issues you got, underlying issues you got, you need to find somebody to talk about it. There's men out here where you can talk about it. There's people out here where you can talk about what you're going through. Mm-hmm. You need to cry.
Let them cry, please.
You need
cry.
Whatever.
Please.
Don't never let nobody believe you like it's wrong or it's less than a man to cry. You pour your heart out if that's what you gotta do. But we need to be solid. These men need to step up nowadays in the times that we live in, and we need to protect these women now because nobody else is protecting
nobody
them.
else.
You understand
Look at
what
current
I'm saying?
events. Nobody else.
And I'm talking about protecting those that you don't even know. Protecting children that you don't even know.
Back to community. Back to community.
Back to community because if you ain't realized, it's open season. Mm-hmm. So wherever we go, we're a target. Wherever we go. So these men need to stand up. And I don't care if it's not in you. You better get it in you. Mm-hmm. Protect our woman in public at all costs.
And from your homeboys that's beating on them and you watching and you're not saying nothing.
Sucker.
Sucker.
Take care of these women, man. Take care of these women. They are our prized possession. They need to be taken care of at all costs.
And women,
At all costs.
protect. Listen. I know the men need to protect us, but we gotta stop beating them down with our words. We gotta stop setting. Some of y'all be setting these men up. Some of y'all pin these men against each other. You cannot keep doing that. Get back to loving, respecting, encouraging, uplifting, and supporting the black man, black woman. I'm not purple, green, orange, or white. I can't talk to, but women, period. Get back to supporting and uplifting the man. And don't condone the disrespect that you see your homegirls do. If you see your homegirl cussing her man out or talking about him behind his back or doing something shady and nasty and shiesty, say something to her.
Yeah, I don't like that idea of, are we friends? And just because we friends and you dead ass wrong, oh, I'm not going to correct her. That's my friend. I'm riding with her. No, you better correct her because that's not a real friend.
Nope.
I don't
And
give
you
a
a
damn.
fraud. You a fraud.
Whether it's in public, you correct her, or behind closed door, you need to correct that. Co-signing the bullshit, co-signing the nonsense that only makes you look bad also.
Absolutely.
So listen, correct them. They need to be corrected.
Absolutely.
Fellas need to be corrected. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I have minimal friends now, because I'm gonna correct you.
Yep.
You know,
Even if you mad at me and don't talk to me no
I
more.
wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I would not care, because if you're doing something that's out of line,
I'm going to tell you.
I'm gonna tell you about it. Now, depending on if you're receptive to it or not, that's not on me. I wouldn't care.
And I'm going to be able to take it when you tell me.
Exactly. You have to.
There you
because
go. Absolutely.
Whatever you press for somebody, whatever
You better be able to take it.
You have to
Absolutely.
put it out. You have to. You
Absolutely.
have to. Like, just like me, I require accountability from
Right.
everybody.
Yeah.
How am I can't ask for it and not be accountable for everything that I do myself. Everything I do. So, hold each other accountable. Stand up for each other. Let's love each other.
And learn
is wicked out here.
Learn to relate. Learn to, like Tyrell Lynn, that worked for her. Take the time to love, that worked for her, and I love her, and I'm so glad that she's married now to a good man and she has a wonderful family. But we do have to get back to family. A lot of the killings that's going on in our community, one thing that they know about us, and they have us pegged, they're not used to us sticking together. Yep. Listen, if you riding by and police have a black man pulled over, it's your duty to stop, record, do something. But don't just drive off and leave that black man there. Black men, right. If you see another black man, come on, man. We got to start looking out for each other. When we start policing our own communities, loving each other, being there for each other, supporting each other, when they see the unit again, they'll know they can't cross the line. But the unit is missing. The unity is missing. We treat each other awful and then get mad when the rest of the world treat us like trash. And we can't continue to do that.
We got to stop showing them
just unity.
We got to stop showing these people that ghetto mentality.
True.
We have to start showing them a more militant mentality.
What?
Stop showing them.
Stop buying wigs and start.
Somebody say something to you, you all irate and
simple.
You process what they say and you watch and you plan. You understand what I'm saying? You don't no.
Less is more.
Let's be militant about what's going on in our community, because
plan and then produce.
There you go.
You want to go on a date with me? You want to go on a date with these chicks? Start asking them to take you to the gun range. Listen, go out to the range, go out hiking, go out getting your body together. You know what I'm saying? Work out. We got to do stuff different. Work out together, eat better together, and, live well and build family and community, because these young people are watching us and we are not setting great examples. No. That's why you got these young girls out here, 12 pregnant, these young boys out here, and relationship ain't even in their mind, just running up in everybody, and they're young because they've watched us do stuff. Kids don't care about what you're talking about. They care about what you're doing. And a lot of times, if you got a man or a woman, y'all laid up in the house with each other and y'all dysfunctional, you think your kids are going to have functional relationships and all that you are placing before them is dysfunction? Nah, we got to get back to loving each other, praying together, staying together. We're getting ready to close out, y'all.
All right. Yep. Thank you, everybody. That was great.
Thank you for the interaction. We love you. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you on the next time.
Next week.
Next week, what?
Same
Thursday?
bat time, same bat channel.
Next week, Thursday at 7.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a blessed
See you
one,
guys.
everyone.
Love you all.